ఖండాంతర ఖ్యాతినార్జించిన మహనీయుల కన్నా మాతృభూమి. This land is the motherland which has given birth to great people and who have earned great fame in all the continents of the world. పాశ్చాత్య వీరుల పారద్రోలించయు స్వాతంత్ర్యమును కన్నా సమరభూమి. This is that valorous land which has defeated many invaders who attacked it and sent them back to their countries. సంగీత సాహిత్య శాస్త్రీయ విద్యలో ధీశక్తి చూపిన దివ్య భూమి. This land of Bharat is that which has shown great prowess, supreme excellence in the field of Sangeeta, music and fine arts, Sahitya, literature, Shastriya Vidyala, all classical forms of arts. This land has shown great talent, great skills in those fields. చిత్ర కళలతోడ చిత్రమై ఉన్నట్టి భరతభూమి నందు జననముంది భరతమాత ధర్మభాగ్యంబు కాపాడుట బాధ్యత అంతయు మీదే పిల్లల్లారా. Having been born in this sacred land of Bharat, which is such as was described, the responsibility to look after its cultural and spiritual heritage, to protect its honor, is completely yours, dear children, says Swami. Our very very dear, बहुत ही हमारी अब ये एक सत्यसाई परिवार की सदस्य हो गई है और उनके पति एक सदस्य हो गए हैं, इसलिए अलग से उनके लिए कुछ बोलने की आवश्यकता मैं महसूस नहीं करता हूँ. फिर भी जो सभा मर्यादा है उसके लिए Her Excellency Governor of Uttarakhand and Pradeep ji, who have graced this occasion, having come all the way from Uttarakhand, Deva Bhumi. She has brought the charm, the divinity, the spirituality of Himalayas and Mother Ganges all the way to Satyasai Grama. Our heartfelt gratitude to her and him for having come here. It's a blessing. Similarly, remembering the divine spiritual spirit of Rukmani Devi Arundel ji, who single-handedly in those times, it was not an easy time then for a woman to stand up and give art its rightful place in the society, where it should not be looked down upon as something that is not very dignified or honorable thing to do. She brought dance to the forefront, and single-handedly in those days she fought for the right of art, so that it reaches to the people who are deserving, who are keen, who are yearning for it. And we have today Dr. Revati, who has come all the way from Chennai, from Kalakshetra, a very, very renowned institution. Our heartfelt gratitude to her and her entire team at Kalakshetra. And we look forward to a long-lasting, perennial, eternal association with Kalakshetra in the field of music, dance, and fine arts. Our children and their children will definitely stand to gain mutually much in the future. We also have Mysore brothers who have enthralled all of us yesterday with their divinely inspired music. And I had the opportunity to interact with them this morning, and remembering his father Mahadevappa garu, who was a great proponent of Indian classical, Carnatic, and he has brought so many new interpretations to ragas through the instrument violin, which is not an original Indian instrument, but it has been so very beautifully adapted into the Carnatic system, and many credit to him for having sacrificed so much in order to bring up his children in this tradition of playing Carnatic classical music. We bow down to his sacrifice, his sadhana, and to the talent of both the sons who are here and some of the family members who are here. So all of them, we are very, very happy to have you over here. On the musical side, if I have to continue, then we have our Rajesh over here, mandolin Rajesh. He's a family member, therefore I treat him as one of us. And what the legacy of mandolin, again, it's not an Indian instrument, but has been so very beautifully adapted into the Indian classical Carnatic system, thanks to his father, who is not here, but I'm sure is watching the program from Chennai. Chustunara? And then his older brother, Shri U. Srinivas, and him, who are continuing this legacy of playing mandolin and promoting and propagating it by teaching many students, all free tuitions. I visited their home, I saw their center, and I'm so glad that they are doing their bit to continue to uphold this tradition of classical music through mandolin. We are very happy to have you here today, and many blessings to all of you. In Natya Shastra, which is what Dr. Padma Subramaniam was saying a while ago, she is a great proponent of Natya Shastra, and it is to her credit that she has studied it in great depth and found that there was a mismatch between the theory of Natya Shastra and what was being practiced in the regular field of music. And she worked and developed a form of dance which she calls it Bharatanatyam. And Bharatanatyam is inspired by the Bharat Muni's version of the Natya Shastra. And she is on our board and she is designing the syllabus for the dance. And we are very happy to have somebody like her who has dedicated all her life in the pursuit of music, dance and fine arts. To have her here to guide our children and continue this legacy. We are very grateful to her too, who though could not come, but he has taken every effort. You can see she has drafted the entire syllabus sitting there in Chennai. So we are very grateful to her also. Dr. Ananda Shankar, and she told a very powerful thing. She said, you don't know what kind of strengths, what kind of abilities this music, dance, fine arts nurtures within you. You may not know at all. And she went through a very tough phase in life, critical illnesses. But she fought her way. In fact, I should say she danced her way through all her calamities and came out successful in flying colors. And therefore, she says it from her experience that how these fine arts, dance and music, especially which is dedicated to God, has given her much strength to face many difficulties in life. And we are very grateful that she has chosen to associate with our institutions for the Kuchipudi side of training and development, and our heartful gratitude to her too. She is not here, but I'm sure the message is reaching her. And what to speak about the stalwarts like Amjad Ali Khan Saab and Pandit Shivji. Their music has reached all corners of the world. Again, two very different instruments which are not originally, you can say, a part of Indian system of music. Santoor on one side and Sarod on the other side. And both of them have shown tremendous skills in interpreting Indian music on these so-called not so Indian instruments. And I know them so personally, and I have heard their music, I have watched them play, and it always enthralls us that we have such people who have not just imitated music, they have created music. I always say, imitation is human, creation is divine. And so anybody who has created music is definitely in touch with his own divinity. And these instruments and the players on these instruments, they are definitely in touch with their divinity. Otherwise, they cannot interpret Indian classical music on these not so Indian instruments. So our gratitude to both of them too, who joined us from Bombay and Delhi to be a part of this effort. And we are very grateful to them on behalf of the entire university. Oh, their sons also, Aman Ali and Ayan Ali. To them also. They are the ones who mostly would travel more often, so I better recognize them. In Natya Shastra, which is the treatise on the art of theater, and theater is consisting of everything, including abhinaya, that is acting, nritya, dance, music, sangeeta is there, vadya, playing instruments a part of it, and rasa, as she was saying, the theory of rasa has been gifted to the world by our scriptures, our culture. But rasa is not just entertainment. Our music is about enlightenment. It's not just entertainment. And raso vai saha is that it is said in our Upanishads that divine is the rasa, the essence, the ultimate feeling of oneness. That rasa is divinity. And that is possible through our music, is what our ancients have proven to us. With the passage of time, it has deteriorated to an unrecognizable version of what it was originally. But now it is our time to work hard, to renovate it, to bring it back to its original pristine glory. And that responsibility is what has come upon our shoulders. And I'm sure our children, staff, teachers, everybody will rise to the occasion and do their best in order to bring back that glory to Indian music and dance and fine arts in times to come. Natya Shastra is called as Panchamam Vedam according to Bharata Muni. Natyakhyam Panchamam Vedam Seti Hasam Karomyaham, says Brahma Prajapati. That I am giving you the fifth Veda. 4 Vedas were already there. Rig, Yajur, Sama and Atharvana Veda. But they were not accessible to the common man in those days. So Natya Shastra starts with the history of how it all happened and says that in those times of Vaivasvata Manu, people were not very keen on spirituality. They were getting distracted by the worldly vices. So all the people, all the gods, everybody approaches Brahma, led by Indra himself, and prays to Brahma, give us some way, some means, an audio-visual approach to all the wisdom. Because it is difficult for people to understand Vedas, access them, understand them, practice them. At the same time, the morality and spirituality in the society must be upheld. For the sake of it, please give us some other way of ensuring that people get the message. And then Brahma, Prajapati, he sits down, thinks, meditates, recalls all the 4 Vedas, and then picks up some part from each Veda and creates the 5th Veda called Natya Shastra, Natya Veda it is called. He takes the recitation from the Rig Veda, then he takes the Abhinaya and histrionics, what you call it, the dramatism from the Yajur, and then he takes the music from the Sama Veda and Rasa or the emotions from the Atharvana Veda, and he combines all the 4 and creates a new Veda called Panchamam Veda called Natya Shastra. That is what is Sarva Shastra Sampannam Natya Shastra is called. It has all the Shastras in it. It says Sarva Shilpa Pravartakam. It has all the kinds of fine arts. So we cannot look at it distinctly or in silos of this is music and not dance. This is dance, this is not sculpture. This is sculpture, this is not, say, instrumental music or theater. No, our culture considers everything as one. This principle of ekatvam is seen in our music, which is spiritual in nature. That is how he gives the 5th Veda called Natya Shastra. So those who are not very good at Vedic studies, I'm sure some of you have to join Vedic studies and some will join Bachelors of Fine Arts, Music and Dance. And it will be a disaster if you join what you don't really know about or you are interested in. That's why both are available to you to reach God. On one side, Vedic studies will take you to God, study of Upanishads, all the Vedanta Siddhantas, Prasthanatraya. These will take you to God, but the dancers and the musicians need not feel any bad or lesser because Natya Shastra also is supposed to take you to God. It says, Veda mantrartha vachanaihi samam hi etat bhavishyati. Those who are practicing music and dance, they are also equivalent to the people who are chanting the mantras from the Vedas. So this is another way for us to reach God. That is our culture, that is the depth of our fine arts in our culture. It is not just entertainment. And therefore, today being Saraswati Puja, she is the mother of all wisdom, all knowledge, Vidyarambham Karishyami, Siddhir Bhavatu Me Sada, to praying to her that we are starting this new Vidya here, the most ancient yet the most new in our system today. And we pray to her for her blessings, that she will bless our children, the university, and our country, through which we can take this spiritual music, this devotional music, this divine music to all parts of the world. And we have designed it in such a way that you learn, like Amma was telling, Padma Amma was telling, you learn the Marga part of it and also Desi part of it. You learn the classical, technical part of it, and also learn the folk traditions, in which that you will see the glimpses of original classical music and dance. You will get to see both. And this is our effort to bring about a change in the outlook, especially in the younger generation, to help them develop a taste for the classical form of arts, which is fast declining in the present times with the onslaught of all the other kinds of entertainment. Our children are losing way. They are forgetting the very roots from which our culture has emanated. And therefore, if the culture is in danger, the country is in danger. And to uphold the culture, music, fine arts, dance, these are the best tools to reach out to people. Anybody understands music. Everybody may not understand all languages. Everybody may not understand all kinds of technical subjects, but music is something, dance is something, fine arts is something everybody appreciates, everybody understands. Even a baby is put to sleep by the mother by rocking the cradle and singing a lullaby. That itself shows that music and dance or movement is a part of our life from the day we are born. Keeping this lofty ideal of Indian spiritual classical form of arts, it is only the grace of the divine that such an effort is being made, and I'm sure in times to come this will take great shape and spread its branches to all the parts of the world, and the world is waiting to learn from India. The time of India has come to go back to that state of Vishwaguru, which it was always. Unfortunately, it wasn't the case in last few centuries, but it is going back to that status of Vishwaguru. It will teach the world the greatest truths of life through our Vedas, Vedanta, Vedangas, and through music, art, culture, dance. We are so happy that it's such an opportune moment to begin this course in our university, and in times to come many more courses will also add to it, and our children will get all the opportunity to learn from great gurus, learn from each other. Sahana Vavatu, Sahanau Bhunaktu, Sahaviryam Karvavahai, Tejasvinavadhitamastu, Ma Vidvishavahai. With this prayer to the Almighty, and it is only Baba's grace alone that such an initiative is possible. Otherwise, in this age and time, attempting free education at university level, absolutely with zero cost like our old Gurukula system, is unthinkable. When we travel, people ask, what makes you do all these kinds of things? How do you manage this? How can you give things free like this? We have to tell only one thing. Everything love does. Love has great power. If you love what you want to do, God will send all the help. It is completely the grace of the divine, and we are so very fortunate to receive this blessing, this grace, and make it a part of our lives, walk on this path. I don't want to leave the science and humanities behind. Dr. Shashidhar Prasad is sitting here, and he's leading the scientific research part of it in our institutions with his background in scientific research. And Narasimhamurthy ji already complained that we don't celebrate science and humanities. Truth is that I don't see them as different. Others see it as different, but I don't see it as different from each other. Both complement each other, science and music, spirituality. It's a part of one thing. But definitely we will have another function to celebrate science and humanities. We are launching the postgraduate programs in the coming days. So we will have that. And tomorrow we have the Vedic studies beginning here. And many of you will glad to know that generally students of Vedic studies shift to science and other forms of knowledge because of their desire to quickly get settled in life, you know, earning, enjoyment, and things like that. But our institution is different. After listening to some discourses on Upanishads and Bhagavad Gita, many students of science and arts have decided to let go of even 1 year of study that they have undertaken and shift to Vedic studies. Again, another unheard of thing in a modern university. Even second year students wanted to shift, then I said, see, you already have broken enough beakers and wasted enough chemicals. You finish your degree and then come back to Vedic studies if you want. But we also have a diploma course in Vedic studies alongside the bachelor's degree. And we will also have a diploma course in music and dance alongside the bachelor's for those who are very much interested in taking up these, but they are already committed to some other courses. They will have an opportunity to learn at least some bit of it, and in future they can choose to do it as a complete education or profession. So there is opportunity. Our idea is that all children should be happy with whatever they learn. They should not be burdened and pressurized. The joy of learning has to be brought back into education. Education is not to be thought of as burden. Education should be joy. And this is education when your heart transforms. That is education. And Satya Sai University for Human Excellence must stand for this ideal of education, where children should be happy learning what they have to learn. I always tell you, learn well, you will earn well. Whatever you are doing in life, do it well. Everything else will fall in place. And therefore, pay all your attention, learn it with great sincerity. Shraddhavan labate jnanam. With great Shraddha you learn it, and with mother's blessings. Now this is beautiful Navaratri day, and with mother's blessings, the Mother Gayatri, the Veda Mata, Saraswati, who is all Mata for Vidya, they are here. We have worshipped them, and I'm sure their blessings are there. और साथ में हमारे गवर्नर माता जी की भी ब्लेसिंग्स आप सब के ऊपर है, ये मैं समझता हूँ, क्योंकि वो लोग, उनको भी बहुत मन है. वो आज बोल रही थी कि मुझे ये सब करने में बहुत अच्छा लगता है, बच्चों को शिक्षा दी जाए, लोगों को प्रोत्साहन दिया जाए, ये मेरे मन की बात है. उनके कार्यभार में जो भी उनके हाथ में वो तो वो कर ही रही हैं, पर आपसे भी यही निवेदन है कि आज नहीं तो कल जब आप कार्यनिवृत्त हो जाएंगी और इसमें पूर्णतः आप भाग ले सकेंगी, तो उस दिन के लिए हम भी आपका इंतज़ार करेंगे, प्रतीक्षा करेंगे कि आप आए और जुड़े इस संस्थान से और बच्चों को और भी बढ़ावा दें. आपके आने के लिए बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद. पुनः conveying our gratitude to all the musicians, dancers, everybody who has joined us live here, and those who have joined us on the internet, and all the dignitaries who have come here, the musicians, the scientists, and our team of Satya Sai University for Human Excellence, the Chancellor, Pro-Chancellor, Vice-Chancellor, Registrar, all the professors, staff members, students, and the parents. To all of them, Navaratri blessings, Dashara blessings. Sarve bhavantu sukhinah, sarve santu niramayah, sarve bhadrani paschyantu, ma kaschid dukkham apnuyat.